Welcome to the Fantasy Pavilion, your home for fantasy sports.
You're like a circle that floats around me.
In here, you all in the comments, let me know what you all think. Poke some holes, right? Lord, guys, he's much. Guys, thanks for watching. Lord. All right, time to go. Please tell the people the team that you back to.
Well, I can show you. That one right there.
God. I'm gonna edit that out in post, right?
Welcome to the Fantasy Pavilion. We go live in
10. Number 9. 8.
Yeah! 7. Five.
4.
Entry. Welcome, guys. Welcome back to the Fantasy Pavilion, and welcome to a special Christmas episode. As you can see, some of us are representing Christmas well, right? And we are in studio, right? Finally, it's been a while. We're trying to link up. Of course, a few members are missing, but they are grinding, trying to make that Christmas money. Can't blame them at all. So, of course, I am joined by my usual panel, Liverpool professional and expert, Shami, and our Tottenham expert, Kevin. Guys, how you doing?
Good so far.
Yeah, not too bad.
And we finally meet up for once. Yeah, it's been a while. Yes.
Good.
So game week 19. Of course, guys, I have a thumbnails all over the place with game week 20. My bad, I'm a bit eager. So it's game week 19 that we're previewing. Before we
a little bit of 20 as well.
Yeah, a little bit of 20, yeah, because it's very close. It's very close. As soon as game week 19 ends, 20 is next day.
Yeah, true.
Right? But before we get into that, Shimir, we have some topics to touch on real quickly.
Yeah,
so
a few things, we could go through the start of the show. Possibility of our games coming up.
Yes.
Right? Game week 21, 22. Right? The Premier League came out and said that they're going to keep playing football, basically. They're going to honor the fixtures. So that means, I think I saw a quote saying that they want to, if you have under 23s, play them. Right?
Yeah.
So Chelsea looking under some stress.
But they want to keep carry on so that they can going forward again.
Yeah, so I think they will lose too much money because keep postponing and stuff. So
yes.
I feel as though they're going to keep playing, and that means no blanks for game 20. So that's something to note as well.
And another thing, they didn't want to stop anything because they can't coordinate all the teams that have COVID at the same time.
Correct.
Right? So they will address it as they go along.
Yeah.
So
I think they were saying if you had once you have 13 players.
Once you have 13 players, and then you have your under 23s, so kind of full last squad as well.
Starting 11 and 2 subs.
Yeah, and then under 23s, so kind of full it up.
Okay.
Yeah. The next thing is this morning, FPL official Twitter came out and said we get in.
Yes.
What again?
A free hit.
A free hit.
Extra free hit.
So if you're not familiar with free hit, I don't know what you're doing for so long playing FPL, but free hit is basically you get unlimited transfers for one game week. Right? Your team will reset after that game week. Right? You can make as much transfers as possible with any budget you have. If you have 100 million, you can spend 100 million on the players you want. You can't play more than one chip in one game week. So if you're playing free hit, you can't bench boost. So a small suggestion now before you get into it is spend all your money and you're playing 11 and you have 4 bench players, make them further. Yeah.
Also, if you don't know how to play it, just make all the transfers like how you do normally and you'll see the option. Play free hit rather than
and you have to
minus 4 hit or minus 12 hit.
Just be very careful in like saving your teams and stuff in terms of the transfers. You have to make sure
Alright, so once you click
you have to click it and then you have to confirm that you're playing it. Otherwise it'll just either go away or take as transfers now. Yeah.
Now if you did not play a free hit before, you're not going to lose your first one. You're still going to have to.
You're going to double up, basically. Yeah.
You don't have to worry that
you're going to miss out on one.
And also, I don't think it's going to be like the wild card where by game week 20 is the last day for the guy.
Yeah.
It's not like it's segmented. You have it straight to the right?
Yeah.
You can roll it straight over.
Well,
you don't have to worry too much.
So what's your thing? No, that changes everything.
Yes.
How?
A bit, yeah.
What would be your recommendations now to use this free? Can we do what Antonio recommended last week and say, right, use it now? Or should we, now that we have two, save it, roll them down?
No, well,
save one. Save one for the late ones.
Yeah.
And use the other one as your emergency.
I mean, like, I agree with you to some extent because I feel as though now, if you're a gambler, you tend to start to gamble a little bit. As some double game is coming up, game 22, right? Take a free hit, play it, try to get a rank prize, then catch those players that play double game week. So like I say, start up playing 1 game week for that double game week, right? Yeah, versus some playing 2 games, or maybe even 3 games within, whatever it may be, right? A gambler might pick Son over Salah, right? We are the fans, and those who suggest that,
Right. No, we don't ever suggest that.
But just hypothetically, right?
Yes.
You could possibly pick
Son
over Salah, right?
Correct.
Just for the double game week, gamble free it, and Salah will come back in the side the next week after that. So that's a suggestion for me. Like I look at play mines, double game weeks coming out personally.
I'm looking just as an emergency. If I see 2 or 3 games get cancelled, that will be my last thing to do. Play a free hit just to save my team for that week, and then I will leave the last one as a planned one. Whether it is for a double game week now or double game week.
They give you plenty options. Yeah,
you have more options.
Yeah.
What about?
There's one thing though, you can't play free hit
twice.
1 week ago.
Right.
1 week after the
That's
other.
okay. Yeah.
What about AFCON?
I see in some reports that AFCON is gonna go. Right now touch and go basically in terms of they want nice. Liverpool does equalize against Leicester, so I think that's penalties coming up.
Right.
But yeah, so I think they're gonna basically carry on AFCON, right? And Salah will be missing 2 games possibly, right? Because I know Egypt was saying that they might leave him for the Chelsea game and then let him come down afterwards, right? So he might only be missing actually 2 game weeks, if so much, right? So AFCON's going on, right? Some key players to know, it's like Liverpool players mainly. Mahrez from City, Partey from Arsenal, who does not score FPL points, but he's key to their structure. There's some Leicester City boys, Amati, Daka. Who else is there?
What about Dennis?
Right, so Watford boys, Dennis. So
is he confirmed or they still maybe?
I don't think they selected sides yet, which I kind of find strange that they didn't select squads yet. But I don't know.
Another big name is Mendy.
Mendy as well.
Yeah. Mendy is a big one, and then that means Chelsea defense may. Morocco. That means Kepa might have to be.
And of course Mahrez too.
Yeah, from City. And Kepa being goal for Chelsea.
Yeah.
However, I think Chelsea is going to be missing some blank game weeks coming up for the Club World Cup if that goes on as well, right? So I think that's in January. They're going to miss game week 22 and 23. They're going to blank for those. So we have to start planning from now to get Chelsea assets either in, get the points now, get rid of them by game week 21, or stick it out until for those 2 blank game weeks.
I'm not going to answer that. So why not bench him?
Honestly speaking, the amount of money you're spending behind them, it makes no sense to bench the Chelsea assets.
So how long is the AFCON?
No, they don't miss it.
No, this is FIFA World Cup.
So AFCON going to be between the December break that the EPA has now introduced, right?
Yeah.
Which is like a 2-3 weeks of off, right? No game weeks. But Club World Cup is going to be during these fixtures, and they're going to be missing games. I think that's going to be, I'll tell you what, game week 24 and 25 from the 8th of
January 9th to 6th of February.
Yeah. So Chelsea fixtures basically go from game week 22 to game 22 is Man City, 23 is Tottenham, 21 is Liverpool. So ideally, you actually want to sell the Chelsea assets by game week 21.
And the guys that they're playing against too.
Well, I mean, why would
because they wouldn't play those games, right? What are they doing? Yeah. So if they play Liverpool,
no. The games that stay in on the Liverpool, City, Tottenham, and from game 24 is when they start a blank.
Okay.
So they have no fixtures carded for that.
At all. All right. Good.
And they'll be playing against Brighton and Arsenal. So Brighton blanks in 24, Arsenal bounced to 25.
Okay, so your ESRs,
Yeah.
your Sakas,
Yeah, but I wouldn't
your
move them one for one
Martinellis.
game.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be too cheap to
Yeah.
keep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is 2 games you're saying for Chelsea.
Yeah,
Well,
for Chelsea.
guys,
So you can afford to bench the opponents they play.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
not the
But not
Chelsea
the Chelsea.
assets.
I don't know. All right, yeah. Because,
I personally wouldn't.
No, but I mean, if you bench, you want to have a strong bench just in
Yeah,
case. Yeah.
yeah.
All right.
And then if I did look like me, I'm looking at fixtures, right? I look at from game 21. I look at no clean sheets for Chelsea assets from 21 to 25.
So we already,
right?
we're already looking to
Yeah,
shift
I
the Chelsea assets
I
now.
look to shift them as soon as possible.
We'll shift
right?
them now. Yeah.
I will shift them,
Let them play 20 and then shift them.
That's exactly my plan. Yeah.
Yeah.
But and if you have 2, you have to kind of stagger your transfers. Like I wouldn't want to get 2 of them in one
No,
time,
not back.
right?
No.
Because they might have other files. To put
Yeah,
out
put
in the
out.
team,
Correct.
improve it and stuff like that.
Correct.
So
All right. Well, let's get into this segment. So obviously we're here to preview game week 19. As I ignore the thumbnails that I put out all over the place, right? Game week 19.
yeah.
And of course we'll touch on 20 because it's very close. But Kevin and I will do something really quick. Boxing Day, Boxing Day night, a late night show. We'll do something. So let's jump into it one time. All right. So first up we have. Let me make sure.
Did we do a review already? Yeah.
We did yeah. Well, you did a review with them.
Yeah.
I found-
Yeah.
Check that one out too then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a good episode, really good episode.
Thanks, man. So next up we have. So first up, Sunday, Boxing Day, Liverpool versus Leeds,
Yeah.
8:30.
Yeah.
Take it away. You're the expert here. So let's just. It's 3 of us. So we'll just pick one. We'll vote on one
Yeah.
player each from both teams now.
Yeah, I mean, one player from Liverpool, like, they have 3 players in the squad already, right? Keep them, move them on, right?
I have a special mention for Liverpool is the left back.
Yes.
Simicast.
So Robertson is
Robertson
red
is
carded
red
last
card,
game
yeah.
week, right? Ridiculous decision. Sorry, Kevin. Kane's supposed to come off, right?
Correct.
Right? It was
Yeah, I
ridiculous.
agree.
Fully agree.
It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
But another game was a red helter skelter game. That makes me talk my sets now, right? But Simicast is 3.7. I expect his price to rise pretty soon because he'll have a run of games or 3 games in a row, right?
Yes.
He missed
played
it.
3 games now?
He'll have to play the Leeds game and then the game after that, which is Liverpool versus Chelsea, right? Because we won't have Robertson back yet.
Right.
So because he played today, that's one
Correct.
game.
Correct.
Chelsea and Leeds, right? So that's 2. So that's the 3-match ban, right? Because it's straight red.
Oh, okay. So it's really a good. Okay.
Yeah. So 3.7 million. If you're looking at if you're trying to get 3rd Liverpool player, just for these 3 game weeks or 2 game weeks, take Simicast, play him, right? He'll get in his positions. I think he had an assist today or pre-assist today in the Leicester game, right? He played 80 minutes. He gained some form, some minutes under his belt. So he's a good option to have if you want to get. And he's pretty cheap.
Yes.
He's one of the cheapest
3.7.
Yeah.
Madness.
One of
No.
the-
Yeah.
one of the cheapest defenders.
Yeah. Definitely. Ooh, you could bring in anybody you want. You bring him and son.
Yeah,
Depending on what you want to do.
That's what I was watching. So I was like,
So
I can actually go ahead
Yeah.
with what I was planning.
no, because you could do honestly, you could move on. Let's say I have 7 million midfielder. Let's say I have
Like Bernardo.
Bernardo, right? You want to get rid of Bernardo?
Yeah. You put up.
Yeah. You say you're fed up. You're ready to move on, right? So Bernardo, Son is like 10.3, so it's like about a 2.7 million difference, right? You have James on the bench on your pitch, 6.3 million. Drop him down to Simicast, 3.7.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, they will actually move flush, right?
Yeah.
They actually move flush, so that's a real good combo to move.
Yeah. I 1000% agree with you.
But normal picks for Liverpool, Salah,
Of course.
Jota, right?
Mhm.
He didn't start today. He had like half an hour.
So that's a good sign.
It's a good sign.
But
He's-
he won and he scored,
he's
and now they
new.
go into extra time.
Yeah, so he just scored. He scored today as well. He's nailed to start, right? Firmino did start today. So they're looking to build each other minutes, right? So Jota is sure to start. Mane, Salah, right? I do believe Henderson will start again, right? He started today. He'll start again. I feel as though Navigator will start weekend as well. And probably Milner, right? So that's kind of like a structure to the
What
team.
about Van Dijk? Is he back or no?
No, not yet. He's still isolated.
So other than Trent, we're not ready.
Well,
Chief.
in terms of defense,
Because the
wise,
defense not that.
you're going to put Trent, yeah, and then Simicast if you're trying to get a point, right? Yeah. But in terms of the attacking structure, right? Look, I listed those players because you're trying to understand how Liverpool play, right?
Sure.
There's more attack-minded midfielder, so he will link that play to Salah, Mane,
Right.
Jota, right? And Leeds has been struggling for injuries lately since the last month or so. They haven't been able to name a full strength side yet. So I feel as though they're gonna struggle in Liverpool, right? I'm gonna consider a good bit. They're gonna consider a good bit.
So from these we're looking at the regular.
Yeah,
regular.
just
Let's say James Rafinha.
Just Rafinha, I feel like
James Rafinha.
Rafinha penalties and he got 2 penalties.
Yeah,
in 2 days.
back to back.
And I do think he might cause Sinica some trouble on the right hand side for him. Like he
Because don't think about it, Robertson and Van Dijk is out.
Yeah, so he
They
might
will
cause
be a little
he
shaky.
could possibly win a pen and score the pen, right?
Yeah.
So if you have him in the side,
Like me.
I
I'm keeping him.
have him as well.
I'm keeping him. Yeah,
I
I'm
might
keeping him.
keep him.
I keep him.
I might keep
I
him.
should look at them.
I'm big up for us, but like I might sell Bernardo quicker than I sell
Yeah, that's my
Rafinha.
conundrum right now between Bernardo and Rafinha, to be honest with you. But yeah, I would keep him. Right, play him. He short minutes.
Yes, that is it. He's short minutes. Yeah.
Short 90, completes the 90.
Full
as well.
90, correct.
To be honest with you, anything happen. 90th, I think he scored a 90th minute penalty.
Yeah. Yeah.
He returned 7 points one
Yeah.
game weeks before.
Yeah.
So keep it.
Yeah.
Those are.
Alright, so that's the first game.
Yeah.
Right, next up we have Wolves playing Watford. This is a very interesting one.
Yeah.
A team that's defending and a team that's scoring. How are we doing this one?
It's actually gonna be a battle like that, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be that. It's gonna be that.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like that.
And of course, I'm a guy I have Sa and Cody, and I'm starting Sa and Cody. I have no choice for the Sa, because I've this Brentford keeper still on my yeah, stuff, right?
At some point.
Yeah, at some point. Well, I have 2 free hits now.
Yeah. I mean,
So I could always wait until I'm doing that and then get rid of everybody. Yeah. But for this game, no, the midfield for Wolves have been lacking terribly.
yeah, I think there's been a lot of absent here. Neves has been disappointing.
Disappointing. Podence, I think, was is the one who got some points returns last year.
I think what that's
Yeah, last
That's
game.
it, but
Yeah.
I mean, in terms of
nothing.
actual football, I think Neves has been lacking a bit in terms of his defensive duties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is it. He's missing Jota. So who are we picking for Wolves? Are these 2 assets then? It was 2 key
Yeah,
assets.
I mean, you still go with your
I think Sa is a
I think
great
Sa.
option. Yeah.
right. If you have keepers to buy, your 3 keepers I would target in the league right now, right? It will be a Wolves keeper, Sa. Guess the next 2. So,
Of course, Ramsdale.
right, Ramsey. One person you wouldn't guess, but sure, I'll give it a try.
A
This is
key keeper right
Key
now.
keeper that you should be looking at.
I think Martinez right now. Under Gerrard.
That's actually a good show, but
Yeah.
I'm looking at that day here. Because
All right.
Okay.
Yes.
He's 5.1,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
And he's
Yeah.
going to be getting, I think, 2 double game weeks in the next 5 weeks.
And they have nice fixtures.
And they have good
Yeah,
fixtures.
yeah,
They have to make up
yeah,
some ground. So,
yeah.
yeah, man, actually, Loris too, because Spurs has 3+1
Yeah,
fixtures that they have to
3+1
make up,
fixtures, yeah.
right? So,
Yeah, that Newcastle, Burnley, and Wolves.
yeah.
Nice.
So,
Nice.
they here, Loris, so it's a little more expensive. I think it's 5.4,
Yeah.
5.5,
Yeah.
right? But they here it's 5.1, right? That is real
Back to
good value.
Wolves, Jimenez is back out. He's the only striker they
I
have
don't
right
know, bro.
now.
I don't know.
Yeah. I
If
was
they have
thinking.
any returns, it's from.
Well, no, right now the defenders
Oh,
doing
Cody,
things.
yeah.
Sai's doing something.
I was
Yeah,
hoping
yeah.
Ian will be back, but
Yeah,
he's not
he's
back
not-
yet.
no,
So
yeah.
I don't think he will be
Yeah,
good
he's still
option.
flagged here.
Yeah.
Which one is that?
Yeah. So we're back with Marcel. So I think that's going to be even more defensive with Marcel.
What about the next side, Menace? Dennis the
I go in King and Dennis, you know, so
Yeah.
you can't go wrong.
Yeah.
You can't
No,
go
you
wrong.
can't go
You
wrong.
can't go
with
wrong with those 2.
that. So,
This kind of game that Dennis might try, huh?
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
they're going to give him a chance to.
Yeah.
Yes.
attack.
To attack.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's see what they
Give
can
him
do.
enough chance, he will.
I mean, they survived with Liverpool and Man City. Just
For a
one
while,
nil. Just
for a
one.
while.
No one's saying that. Just
Yeah.
1-0. That's not bad. I guess I'll
Yeah.
attack like that.
Yeah.
So but Watford us have been scoring goals when they get a chance. Huh? So
Yeah.
let's see. Next funny one, Burnley Everton. This is a real funny one. to
And then
watch.
Darius saw the news that this year might be back with Boxing Day.
Yeah,
So,
back in,
Yeah.
but not by the yet. But as I told you guys,
Yeah.
once he is back, 3
Yeah.
Everton players in my
Yeah.
team.
yeah.
I'm sticking to that. I'm out of my word.
Right. Let's see what happens there.
So, Burnley Everton. This could be a 0-0. Burnley home. This is
Nah, I
Yeah.
think Everton might score. I think they might score.
I can see Everton scoring.
I can see them
No,
score.
I agree with you. Everton score every game. I keep saying that, even though they're trash right
Yeah.
now, they're scoring.
Yeah, I think
But
Burnley
Burnley
solid, yeah.
is a team
At home.
that
But
gets in
also-
these 0-0s.
What about Everton defense? It's like non-existent.
True.
So how will we?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you've been watching Burnley games. Most of Burnley games, with like these kind of teams, have been 0-0.
Yeah, they have been kind of hold on to it,
Yeah,
yeah.
and that's their style too. For
And then
Yeah.
in this weather,
yeah,
that's
and
not
then
it.
the outlet to score goes out.
Yes, no,
Corny
yeah,
not
no
out,
Corny, Wood not
Yeah,
firing,
Wood just-
Verder
yeah,
in and
yeah.
out. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's true.
So
Well,
I think, yeah.
who is so Pope and what?
I was thinking
Or
maybe,
me?
I think maybe
Me,
yeah.
Yeah.
And then for
No, I think something was with me.
I think
Yeah, you can put
Yeah.
okay,
Okay.
and then for Everton we'll have what the Marigay usual.
Of course,
the
the Marigay.
Marigay, definitely the Marigay.
I
And
wonder
maybe
if-
the Curry might get a little.
Yeah, I think he might. I wonder if Richarlison might be fired up for this game, but you know this.
I think he was injured. He's still
He
injured.
back out. I'm not too sure.
Yes, flag, right?
Oh
Yeah.
shit, then that he probably.
Coffee drink, unknown.
Yeah, right now, no,
So then that means they
Checkers.
might push for Calvert.
Yeah.
They might only bench and put Rondon up top.
Yeah.
On top, yeah.
If I run finally scored the other day, so
Yeah.
yeah, the last part.
Which is a cleanup goal, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's kind of
So Jakuri and great.
yeah,
Yeah.
For that.
solid.
Safe.
Yeah. All right. A tasty feature. A tasty fixture
Huh.
here. Very tasty.
Yeah.
City versus Leicester. Woo!
How much City score last time? 4, 5, 6, 7?
Yeah. Last game week, yeah. Well, the game before was
Or
7.
and then
Yeah.
last game was 4.
Yeah.
And Leicester is conceded.
Leicester's defense is
Yeah, they scored 4
struggling.
against Newcastle.
Yeah, they're struggling.
So-
And then scored 7 against Leeds.
You wanna pass it to me or
Yeah, go ahead. No, but
no? Talking the wheel.
oh yes, mate. So of course, when we picking City assets, thank you, Kevin. When we picking City assets, now from now on, the best way to pick a City asset, guys,
Last
is
week we
Liverpool,
chose.
isn't it?
yeah,
Who did we get last week?
Liverpool and the guys, sorry for interrupting.
no problem, no problem.
Yeah,
Hold on.
just yeah, fine, going.
So Spurs through, Liverpool through.
Spurs through, Liverpool through, Chelsea through,
Okay.
Arsenal through. Right up, that's the semi-finals.
Right. Cool.
Yeah, that's good fixtures.
Woo!
That's the top
Yeah.
4 for Premier League, right?
Right, that's a day true. I agree. I like that.
No City in the bar.
Cheeky.
Yeah.
Cheeky.
I think Sterling was last weekend.
Right. So last week with the wheel.
Take it away.
Yeah. Right.
Sterling returned.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he
scored.
came on and he scored a goal.
Yeah.
And the wheel predicted him, our wheel. So we have a pep
Actually,
wheel.
listen to the wheel.
Yeah.
No, I just couldn't. I didn't have the funds. I was like,
Right.
too off. I really wanted to get him, but I was like, I couldn't really afford it. I had to take a hit, and I don't want to take a hit. So I had no choice.
So let's see what the wheel tells us today. Kevin, take it away now. It already. Take it away.
Right. So you seen the spell?
No, yeah, it isn't add-on. It isn't showing up as yet.
Oh, I didn't. Sorry, man. Sorry.
No problem. So last week, guys, as you know, we introduced our pep wheel, the only way to pick a City asset, and it chose Sterling. So you would have gotten points if you all follow the wheel. So let's see what the wheel says today. Boom, this one.
Yeah, I have it.
Yeah.
All right. So there's the wheel here.
All right, the wheel is spinning,
Right.
guys.
Again, anybody who scored points before, even if they came on for 2 minutes, they are on this.
All right.
Like Gundogan.
So Gundogan. So that is our City pick. Right, I will clip this and share it around, guys. So I mean, hey, we picked Sterling last time, and Sterling, right? So I go with the wheel, faith in the wheel, right? I might even bring him in.
And Gundogan is what, 7.2, a little cheaper than
Bernardo, yeah. So and Bernardo has been inconsistent.
He didn't start last game either.
No.
So he
So he
may
maybe
start
was-
this game, yeah.
Foden and started Foden.
No, what Foden didn't start because he was drinking.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
really?
He was being
Yeah,
punished.
I know it was
Yeah.
off the
Yeah, him and Vilas, I believe.
So hopefully he got over the hangover and he can play this week.
Yeah. Well, I think he will start. I think he will start.
So of course, so again, Gundogan. That's what the wheel, the mysterious wheel has chosen Gundogan. So we'll stick with that, right? So that's our recommendation. So and who's our recommendation for Leicester?
Matters. I think Madison is a.
Madison didn't play the last game though.
We play
He
today.
played today.
today.
He scored screamer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
He
as usual. Yeah.
I think I'll pick him.
I
So he
still
needs to
like
come on.
Harvey Barnes. I don't know why. I find
Okay.
Harvey
He
Barnes
didn't
solid.
play today, so yeah, could get a shout. Yeah. Yeah.
What's his name? Vardy played a lot today.
Yeah, he played
He
today.
scored
played
two
a big,
goals.
he scored two goals. I don't know if he got rested, but because of his age,
Yeah.
maybe he might not play as much. He make him one.
But it's a
for
big
45
game, man.
minutes,
It's a
but-
big
Nah, I
game.
think they'll play.
He'll play.
because-
He will
I
play. It's
think
a big
they'll
game,
play.
and you just take him off in 60 or something.
But
Yeah.
remember,
And
they
run
rested
that
him
up.
recently too. So.
Yeah, no, that was only because it was 3 games straight. But no, it have enough time to
Nah.
watch
No, but
it.
remember, it'll be today. It'll be this weekend, and then it'll be.
No, I
You,
think
you wouldn't play Tuesday.
You will
I
make
think
it.
he'll start this game.
Yeah.
And come on.
So you'll play these
next
2
week.
days.
Yeah, yeah, he won't play Tuesday. Yeah.
I don't believe
I
he.
figured that's how we doing it now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have body, so I have to make sure I'm sticking with body.
Dangerously.
Nah, sticking with body. Game week is game week 1. I'm holding on to him. Alright, so of course, next up, Norwich playing the greatest team in London and Arsenal. Norwich. I still have Pookie, guys. You'll think that's madness. I keep him Pookie for this game, you know. We have been conceding some
Do you
goals.
have any Arsenal defenders?
No,
No, no.
I'm a B team, but not on my A team.
I don't know, boy.
Arsenal, I brought in Martinelli last week.
Yeah,
Yeah,
good job. Yeah, he's gonna get a hat trick in this game.
And we spoke about that last
Martinelly,
week.
you're bringing them again for this.
He'll get a hat trick in this game. Don't worry about that.
All right, then this is the street.
No.
You see?
No.
Yes.
It was Nketiah and the
Nketiah got a
other
hat trick,
young boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a good Arsenal, no, Norwich.
Yeah, Sergeant. We still have Sergeant. We still have Hanley. Because when we can see it from set pieces, we can see a few goals. But I can only see us getting, if there's someone has to score with Pookie, I feel Pookie.
Yeah, Pookie will be.
Yeah, I mean,
But with defensively, we're doing okay, you know. And Norwich,
yeah, I mean, true.
a little better defensively, you know.
They
So they
still
improve.
conceded.
Yeah, they still conceded. I mean, they're gonna concede. We're gonna.
Yeah,
I
if
feel
you
like
got Aaron's on the back, I see Williams about playing as well. He's a 3.9.
yeah.
Gilmore still
Yeah.
running. He's just running.
Yeah. So we'll give Krul and Pookie or Krul and Gilmore. Because Krul will be busy, get some save points.
But
I think
Arsenal actually looking very attacking.
Yeah,
So
I think
clean sheet will be kind of difficult.
No, not clean sheet, save points.
he might get some save points.
Yeah.
He might get some save points.
Never know save a penalty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
And
I said,
Lacazette again.
right, and who we have for Arsenal?
Maybe that's 2 penalties on this way.
Yeah, two.
2. Aubameyang and
No, technically three, yeah, because
Aubameyang saved by
Watford.
Foster.
yeah, right, but Watford and then Villa because Martin saved it but he rebounded, so
Oh,
he
okay,
still
okay.
saved it.
yeah,
So it's 3. Yeah,
okay.
he still saved it.
Okay, yeah, so then the crowd for the penalties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Potential
penalties, you know.
And Arsenal, who we looking at?
Yeah.
Two key guys.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a few assets.
yeah, plenty.
Yeah, a few assets actually, you know, we good.
And yes, sir, not starting, but he coming on and scoring. But he's scoring.
Odegaard and
Yeah, and yes, sir, which is good.
I think the problem with Odegaard is that if Odegaard does start, they can't start together basically. They take up the both same spaces now in the pitch. They can't start together, unfortunately, for our Arsenal fans. So yeah, I worry as a yes sir that he doesn't continue to get the starts and then less minutes means less chance to score because he's still coming on and scoring. Or was he like if it continuing like that now? That trend.
Correct.
Alright, I'm getting 90 minutes, get the goal and I come off now.
Yes.
You understand? So for me, yes, sir, it's still not a sell because he's too good of a value for right now. You have Saka.
Saka's playing really
Yeah,
well again.
Saka.
And he's finally getting returns now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have you have Martinelli.
Mhm.
The new ESR in a sense.
Yeah.
Similar price when he's right now 5.3. He could rise to that 6 million in no time at all.
Real quick. Yeah.
He's real cheap, playing up,
That's
kind
what
of
I
sort
look
of
for.
top, yeah.
Talking to a friend, I said like 5.2. This is
Yeah.
the next Smith Rowe. No,
Yeah.
I'm going to keep you paid.
Well, that could be
Yes.
the two big transfers this weekend,
Yeah.
Martinelli and Samakas.
That could be too low, yeah, two budgets here.
Two really nice, yeah.
I think so. I
Yeah.
think so. Yeah. Because to be honest with you, if it was to get it trained before, it was like 2 or 3 games before his burst of like goals and
Correct,
stuff.
correct.
Because when Aubameyang came off, is when he came to shine
Yeah.
now, boy.
Correct.
You get the chance
Yeah.
now to play young
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
What about Lacazette? He's the
I would
only
take
striker
him.
there.
I would take him. You know,
I have him in my
honestly.
draft and so far
Yeah.
getting like assist.
Yeah, because again, Aubameyang minutes gone in drained,
Yeah.
right? And Lacazette no shorter
It's
start.
just a pretty high
Yeah.
price.
I think he got
8.4.
7.4. Oh, okay. Yeah, but I mean, Antonio not firing. Vardy has touch and go sometimes.
Talking about Antonio, we're
Right.
talking about Antonio.
Yeah,
He
yes.
flagged now.
Yeah, so we're not too sure. The strikers not really performing for us now. And if Lacazette getting assists every other game,
Correct.
wins those returns, and Arsenal firing as a team itself, he could be a good shout to have, you know.
So Martinelli and
I would say a defender, just because
So-
if Pookie don't show up, then they get the clean sheet points.
okay, so Tomiyasu.
Thomas, because he ain't bonus points recently.
Yeah. Alright, solid. Taking that. Alright, next up we have Spurs versus Crystal Palace. So a London derby. Yeah, it's a London derby.
This year again.
It's a London derby, yeah.
I think they beat us 3.
Yeah, it's a London derby.
We played
Palace. Yeah, these are most of these are yeah.
I think we lost 3-1.
Yeah, I don't
That was
put
an
man.
unknown.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Edwards scored 2.
Yeah, yes, that
Right?
game self when he
Yeah.
came on last minute.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think he scored
Yeah.
2, yeah.
So Spurs Palace.
Spurs. I mean, Kane actually really looked good.
He scored. Kane scored, guys.
He didn't look good. He didn't look good at all.
Yeah, because he didn't have him.
That I didn't have him. I didn't want it.
Yeah.
I know he should have been off.
Yeah, no, the red card. No, I agree.
Captain Brooks.
What upset me about him is coming out the press conference and say,
He didn't see it.
I took out the ball.
Yeah. I just have to look back at it.
Yeah, it was ridiculous to see the ball where I was upset and
Both feet up.
Yeah, I
fully
mean,
committed.
as a Vu fan, I mean, I'll be more upset than him, because he can stay on his feet. But as I said, he's a good shot.
He's looking pretty
So
good.
you're recommending that rush stick in now?
Most involved I've seen.
Exactly.
I wouldn't rush.
I wouldn't rush stick in.
I wouldn't rush, but 3 fixtures to make up.
3 fixtures to make up.
Good fixtures too.
I mean, they returned today.
But I mean,
he looked involved. He got chances. They look like something is happening now.
Yeah.
So do we stick with Son on the defender, or you bring in Kane? Get rid of Ronaldo, get rid of Abadi, Antonio, you bring in Kane. Talk to me. Not yet. Too soon?
I don't know.
It depends on it.
For one game?
A lot of people are going to go to either Kane or Ronaldo.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Right?
Agreed.
Agreed.
Yeah.
If you can have Ronaldo and Son, that would be great. But in front, I'm seeing a lot of people are going to have to make that.
Yeah, because it's the same price point to see.
Same price point, same games in hand.
Yeah.
Right, double game weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to have Kane, just in case Spurs have 2 game weeks, a double game week this week, and still have Ronaldo for the next week, it's a good way to bank your money at least. Right? As one strategy.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay. So Kane, I know that. Who's the next Spurs asset that we look at? Besides Son. Son, I know we will have Son. Son is a decent asset. But who else looking good for Spurs right now? No?
Ben Davis and Session.
Yes, Session.
Yeah,
but not as a FPL asset.
Is it that
if you're going to get the minutes.
Well, that's the thing. I think regular might take him pick
yeah,
to
that's the only thing.
I think regular is the better pick in terms of the wing backs.
I haven't.
Yeah, I think the better pick.
But
because he got 1 minute, he got 1 point.
Ben Davis is very cheap. He's still 4.4.
Yeah.
Don't buy him. I will take him on.
Yeah, I regular. Sorry about that.
No, but Davis is actually a good shot.
Yeah.
Right now, the only I would have Dyer because he's a shortstop right now.
Right.
And he was cheap, but
one more. What do you want more? What's your opinion?
He scored a goal recently, and that was the first goal he scored in 20 games or something like that.
Okay.
So yes and no. I will say no.
Okay.
I mean, he does all the hard work, but for the returns, you may just get an assist.
Okay.
A lot of people again going behind Dele Alli.
Yeah.
6.5, but
it
is still the project that everyone keeps singing. This coach is going to bring on the best of Dele.
Yeah, I think his best days are behind him for now.
Yeah, for now.
He need a new club.
No, you will get a game or two, week or two where you will score 2.
Yeah.
Right.
You
get a spike and now
a new club, They cut the year, try something new, do something different,
putting those here, not those extensions.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's for Kane. I'll go Kane. So I'm playing good as well. So it's also a good option.
Yeah.
And one of the cheap defenders. So.
All right. And what about Palace?
Gallagher.
People still have Gallagher. Yeah, I would go Gallagher.
Still
keep him.
Edward's starting these days now.
I like
he's
him.
getting more minutes.
I like him. Yeah, I think Edward's a good shot.
I'm not sure what I know, man. Go with Teki. I think this game is a Benteke game. This is a Benteke game. Yeah, this game is a Benteke.
Because Spurs is always just fumble in the box and Benteke will take advantage of that. So ridiculous overhead.
Yeah, something
so then if we can't in Crystal Palace to score, do we still move for the Ben Davis or regular?
Yeah, because they'll get assist points. Yeah, we're gonna get assist points. Yeah. I mean, you have to. I have him, so.
And then again, you're bringing them for the other game weeks coming up.
That's it, yeah. We're trying to nail in those guys because you don't know what other files can just come up just suddenly. True. Yeah. All right, next up, West Ham versus Southampton.
West Ham.
I mean, every have Antonio or has sold him.
So Antonio.
I sold him. I finally sold him.
Yeah.
Right now, he has an illness and 75% chance.
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't know if that's COVID illness.
I'm not sure. I didn't see any reports about it.
I didn't see any report, but that's what the flag is right now.
Yeah.
I can do one transfer. I can actually bring Antonio to Kane straight.
You're money for that? Alright. Okay.
I sold
collapse.
What's his name? Rashford for Martinelli.
Yeah. That's like a 4 million.
That was at 9.4. So
Charlotte in the bank.
Yeah, but then you run the risk of missing out Rashford the way game weeks and stuff. I guess you can make it up for the key.
Right now I have no
I'm ruling my transfer though. I didn't really. I'm not bothering with anything.
I have two.
I have one.
Still one. So I had to use one or use it two.
I ruled this or taking a minus one.
Yeah. But we'll talk about after.
Yeah. When you come
in terms
So West Ham, they're out of form now, I believe.
You consider using that too?
They missed game week 18.
Yes.
They played against Arsenal 17 and lost 2-0.
I don't know if we just got spoiled from the
And
early.
draw 0 against Burnley game week 16.
I think we got spoiled from the early. They were scoring plenty. They were scoring 3 and 2 goals. Now they just barely holding on. They have so many flaws on their bench right now.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know. Bowen is the show pick there, I guess. He played the full 90 today, I think.
Yeah.
And he scored.
Yeah. He scored today?
Yeah.
Against
He
Chelsea?
scored.
So Bowen and who then? If Bowen starts, because Lanzini might play over him. So it is.
Actually, Lanzini is a good shot.
The thing Lanzini start over 4 now, you know. Not Bowen.
But there was a game where he didn't play, and he came on for him. Alright, well then Bowen and Masiaku?
Why is this man?
He just
This man is not an asset. This man is not an asset.
The only fit defender they have playing is Kufal right now.
Why did he get red card recently? Check his
Yeah, you gotta make sure.
He did.
He's
No, they fixed. I think that went there. I think so.
Okay. I was wondering.
But Bowen and no, that's the problem.
Yeah, probably could find if he.
So check. But not as asset.
No, as an asset.
Over Fabianski.
But if you're going on that, we might as well say Rice.
Nah, I hate that. I hate when I come. Alright, so there's one player for West Ham then. Moving on. So Southampton. Why Brozier and why McCarthy? Talk to me.
McCarthy back?
Woo! That's a good point.
That
Why Brozier and why Lord Father?
I didn't pick up there as a.
No, hell no. Unless it's only a penalty shootout. Yeah. Brozier. Watros. Yeah. Woo! I can see him. But he's not decent.
Yeah, I think so.
Let them make the mistake and give him a free.
And this youth real ruthless boy. Because one thing you kind of ruthlessness about him now. Brozier.
Yeah.
He get a chance, he'll finish it.
And he's
He's not very young, wasteful now.
No, he's a clinical retail striker, it's true. Alright. Well, okay, we move on. And you were just talking about these guys here, Watkins. So Aston Villa playing Chelsea. Nice game. Real nice game for Chelsea. I remember some difficult games.
I feel Aston Villa might win this one.
Was a good shot.
Yeah. I don't know.
But they have to own Watkins to score.
Yeah.
Because I resume I don't care what Watkins has to score. I have Watkins and McGinn.
Yeah.
You want McGinn?
Don't ask, but I did. But last time I said that, no, but joking. No, but I just felt that vibe, boy.
No, I see why though, because any game, right? I test wise, he's be all over the park.
Right, and you see, if Chelsea Kante is back, so that's the only scare with McGinn. Because once McGinn is not nullified, once you don't neutralize McGinn, you're in trouble. But Kante is an issue.
Yeah.
Because they would have lost that game last week against Wolves if it wasn't for Kante.
No, true, agree.
So Kante makes a huge difference now. And that's gonna we have to see how they're going to play. I think Villa have the better midfield right now.
Yeah, definitely.
In terms of but Kante doesn't really need.
The thing is, it's not only attacking, I mean they're defending as well, they're defending good.
So much better.
I'll be honest with you, I think Chelsea have the midfield back in Cassine. Kovacic played 90 today.
Yes.
You know, minutes
correct.
Give me 19, right? You have Kante, right? The rest of them, he'll play for sure.
Yeah.
Saul start to get back into midfield again. He's not like wing back, now you feel asset.
Yeah.
But under Simeone, he was playing as a good midfielder.
Correct.
He pulled that role.
Correct.
He could sweat, right? In terms of you have 2 legs, he can run around.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. You can make up numbers, correct.
So and you have experience playing Champions League and stuff like that, so you can do simple tasks, right?
Correct.
So they have numbers in the midfield now than before. So I feel as though it'll be harder for Arsenal to break them down. With Kante inside now. But that being said, I don't feel as though it'll be
it's just that bounce back. I'm not seeing that bounce back from Chelsea.
Yes, I agree. I agree.
I still feel they'll still be a little shaky. And Aston Villa on a high rate.
So what can I know that?
No, well, I mean,
Cash target. Because if Alonso is playing, I could see either wing back.
We had said Martinez.
Yeah, I mean, you have a few options, you know. Yeah. The Cash is a good option.
Yeah.
Right?
Because I'm sticking with Watkins.
I think 50-50.
I'm sticking with Watkins.
Yeah. I just worry that Watkins doesn't get the supply he needs.
Yeah, because Kante and Kovacic might block up the supply chain.
Even Rhea doesn't perform as he needs.
That is no problem.
Yeah, and again as well. So I'm worried for Watkins in that sense.
Yeah. All right. Chelsea. And is it time to sell Reece James?
Not yet. We're so earlier, right?
So tempted. Like,
And not this game week, not next game week. Game week 21, sell it. Game week 21, I sell it in game 21.
Yeah.
Because
The only reason I keep in James right now is so if he does score, I won't fall too far behind.
Yeah, if
Because a lot of
ownership
people
is
have-
ridiculous.
yeah,
Yeah,
his ownership is
ridiculous. Yeah.
That's the only thing that's stopping me from selling it.
Alright. But I was very close to selling, man. And I'm still very close to selling.
Yeah, I am
There's
actually
nothing
close to
wrong with selling. I thought there's nothing wrong with selling. Right? You said the first time in like 3 or 4 games.
Yeah.
Right? Last week. But let's sell them, make sure you sell them to somebody who you know.
And the
Yeah, to start
difficulty.
to get points, yeah.
Just
Sure, to start to get points.
alright.
Mount, he said Mount. Mount's a good shot.
Yeah, Mount.
He didn't play today.
So we sell Mount?
Yeah.
That's a good
So
shot.
just they rest the whole side for this game.
Yeah.
So the whole side.
Yeah,
we sell Mount.
yeah.
They hold
Alright.
defensive line and the one for us.
Now Alonso, yeah. Start today.
Besides Alonso, yeah. But I mean James and
James
Thiago
rested,
and
yeah.
Rudiger.
Yeah.
Yeah, all those guys got
Brighton Brentford. The 2 Bs. Talk to me.
Brighton.
Birds is EBs, yeah? Just saying.
I know, I'm just saying 2 Bs,
Birds
yeah.
is EBs,
2 Bs, huh?
The birds is EBs.
Yeah, Brighton.
Yeah,
See,
true.
But
But they will get staying before they get us
Right, so
staying.
let me see what happened.
They could get staying.
Your favorite player back fully
Yeah,
fit
no, we'll
from
ask you, but-
COVID.
Yeah.
Right? I went Tony. Right? He back. Probably back with some kind of vengeance, you never know. Right? But I think Veltman is out for Brighton. I believe Dan Burn is still out. Or one of their key defenders is still out, right? The Dunk is still out.
Yeah.
Right? So Brighton defense is not strong as
Yeah,
it could be.
Veltman's 50%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Duffy
Dunk
should
out,
be.
yeah, Dunk
Duffy was suspended, so
They still have Cucurella.
he should be
Right?
back.
So they'll play a back four.
Yeah.
Right? They'll play on a back kind of thing, right? They'll play Lamptey,
Cucurella.
Kujaran left back,
Yeah.
Dan Burn, and this boy,
Duffy.
Duffy.
Webster.
And he said, Duffy. I think Webster still cannot 50-50 in terms of fitness.
Mhm.
75%.
Yeah.
We should be back.
Yeah. So I think I play a back four. Mupe, this kind of game, Mupe and Tony might try even, you know.
Trossard is back as
Yeah.
well.
So they might try even these kind of situations, you know.
So
Nick a goal here,
Yeah.
you know, nil vibes kind
I
of
think
thing.
no.
is Lamptey a decent wing
Yeah.
back shout too?
Yeah.
Not just a pick for our thing here, but the good wing back shouts or no?
In general.
As he trying to get rid of the Chelsea assets.
No, but
No.
in that sense, I'm not sure because the fixtures
Yeah, the
wise,
fixture's not looking bad, but
Not-
I don't think
not-
they have any double up. Actually, they lost a few games. They lost the game against, not lost as in lose, but they didn't get to play the game against Spurs.
Brighton has to make a few fixtures up. Yeah.
Yeah.
But they play Chelsea game 20, Everton 21, Crystal Palace 22, the Blanket 24. I don't know from game week 25 onwards, maybe it might be a good shot for a few game weeks.
Yeah, so hold on from
Yeah, I wouldn't
Alright,
buy
we're
it.
just listening.
Yeah,
Yeah.
buy it,
Alright.
yeah.
So it's our two assets from Brighton then.
I still have Sanchez, which I need to move on.
Right.
Yeah,
Sanchez.
taking a long time, but I guess
Yeah.
other fires.
Yeah,
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 keep
play,
on,
keep on.
yeah. Once you keep on playing it, yeah, I wouldn't, yeah.
Who's the keeper though?
Sanchez.
Oh shit.
Sanchez and
No, but
Sanchez.
Sanchez back though.
And
He's
Foster.
playing, he
Yeah,
playing,
he back
so
now, but he
I will move
back,
on.
he didn't play anything.
No, but we move him
No,
down
we'll
because
move
it
him
makes
on,
it makes
No,
sense.
that makes sense, yeah.
Right? If it's going to be 0-0, you know, you cannot get
You
3.
never know. Yeah.
Cucurella.
Cucurella.
Okay.
Trossard back and
Yeah.
fit. Yeah.
Brentford.
I don't think Tony will do much. If they do get returned, I think he'll come to Mbemo.
Never thought he was with.
Yeah. I mean, he's looking good. He's playing good.
He missed like a million times already.
He missing, yeah, but I mean,
He missed a million times.
he's using
So, Mbemo,
he making the movements to get up the field.
And Mbemo and Pinnock and Mbemo
Pinnock.
Been
and
off score today?
How good?
Jansen's going
Jansen's
good.
going good.
He's scoring goals though.
Yeah.
But own goals too.
Goals.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jansen's my boy.
Yeah. I don't know, boy.
Maybe
That's
Jansen might try to make up for what he did today.
And it doesn't make sense trying to buy back Tony. No way.
No.
That's it. That's the end of the Tony love.
Unless he gets some real fire form, I don't see.
So, what, give him 2 games of form and then, yeah, jump on that.
Yeah.
If what, that's if Watkins fails, that's if Martinelli failing. But yeah,
Keep
he's not
Martinelli
striker, but I just say,
but
yeah.
Yeah. If Lacazette not
Lacazette sweat, yeah. Vardy,
Yeah, if you're keen.
you Ronaldo and Kane
If you have
suffering.
no options, you have to
Yeah.
go to Tony because
Antonio suffering, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a lot.
yeah.
Alright, last game. That's on the Monday. Newcastle versus Manchester United. Do we bring in 3 Man United?
defenders.
Because Newcastle looking good for the food, but
Yeah.
let's not forget, Man U have had some very decent teams that they should have been slaughtering
And happen.
and have not been killing them.
Yeah.
Newcastle is prime for the slaughter,
Yeah.
and
If
it
you
may
bring
not
Man U,
be that
I
way.
would start with the defense. They're coming. Right?
Say Darlow, tell us.
Darlow, tell us.
They have like 2 weeks off in a sense.
Yeah,
You know,
so
if they get Ragnick tactics down and things, so they
I mean, we saw
Spurs were
right. I'm not gonna say that we saw
Yeah.
the benefit of Spurs getting some
so I
time,
feel they
yeah,
might have some more threat to them.
and their pressing was great against
Yeah.
Palace.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Against a
they
team
did
that
show up
does,
their
yeah.
defense, so
Yeah.
the goalkeeper is a good show,
Yeah.
right?
De Gea, yeah.
De Gea. And then maybe move on to their strikers.
Yeah.
or
See who
Greenwood.
Because
Yeah,
we don't know
I
who
like
playing, if
Greenwood.
it's Greenwood
That's the next
or
thing too.
Rashford.
That's anything
Yeah.
to Greenwood,
So
Rashford.
start off with either Darlow and keeper or something,
Yeah.
and then give it a game.
Definitely.
We start
Yeah.
safe and see. Yeah.
Definitely look at De Gea. I would say definitely look at De Gea. And then start, like you said, yeah. Start at Darlow. If you
And
want
then
to
you're going
get
to see
there.
how they're going to
Yeah.
attack.
I know people say, you know, Wan-Bissaka is a better defensive
I think
option, right?
he got a DUI or something as well.
Yeah, he's in a bit of an
He's a bit
issue.
of an issue as well.
Yeah, so you
Cool.
mean not?
DUI.
No, yeah,
Oh, he really?
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And they took back his they took his license and all kind of stuff.
Oh, nah, no,
But I think he should. I think he's fine now. I think everything's set.
But I mean, he's not as good asset attacking wise for Man City now.
Correct,
Sorry.
correct.
And I don't feel as though he'll bring return, so Lalo is a better option technically. He has some mistakes in him now, but technically he's a better asset.
And for that price, you don't mind.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. So and then honestly, I look at Ronaldo, you know, he is the
As I say, between Kane and
Yeah.
Ronaldo, a lot of people
he is
will be
their
watching
lifeblood
that.
now, bro. He's their lifeblood right now. Looking at him through everything. Score the penalties, score the goals, you know, take free kicks. Bruno basically non-existent in this team again,
Correct.
which is sad because
Yeah.
I feel as though he is an asset waiting to explode.
Yeah, it was a
Right?
great asset.
Yeah, he's an asset waiting to explode because he has potential to do wonders in this league.
Correct.
But luckily for me, as a Liverpool fan, man, he's struggling, so I'm glad. I don't really care. Right? But I feel asset. Last season he put real points. This season you want him to do the same.
And then we had to look at Greenwood and
Yeah.
Sancho, whoever played and whoever
Yeah.
actually did.
Yeah.
So that was the pool of
Yeah, and then Sancho, 60 minutes, come up, Greenwood
Very
30
common
minutes.
score,
Yeah. So you're ready for choosing man attackers right
yeah.
now.
So right now is
Yeah.
Ronaldo up in front and a defender at the back.
I'm
Yeah.
checking up. Yeah.
For Newcastle, I saw the Liverpool game, they look fired up a bit, you know. They actually really wanted to try to do
Yeah,
something.
yeah,
Because
yeah.
they trade, they score one.
Yeah.
Yeah, they tried the rest.
But the way that Man U pressing, it could benefit them if they play smart. You know? Because it Maximin, if
And
Maximin have
Colin,
burst
yeah.
of speed,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Callum up top
Yeah.
with him,
Yeah.
they could get something
They'll
else.
make a goal. I think they
And
could
if
make a goal.
Shelby keep a calm head,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
never know. And if
Yeah,
he
he could.
fire something, he could just they hear from outside.
Yeah.
You never know.
They can make a goal. They can make a
Yeah.
goal.
Who from Man U on trouble Shelby? He could be Man U not really that naggy.
They're not that kind of team.
Yeah.
True.
Not anymore.
True.
Not
Not
anymore.
anymore.
Only
But this
Pogba
team
play
now-
I would
Yeah.
have said.
Maybe
Yeah.
Ronaldo, but
Nah, he's not really that kind of
Yeah.
player. Yeah.
Ronaldo even he can.
So Wilson on
Wilson and St. Maxim.
Maxim.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, Dubravka will be busy. He might get some safe points.
Now,
I wouldn't recommend him. I just say
too
he might get some,
expensive.
he might get some safe points.
I'm with him.
All right, so that's the end of our teams. Right, going through the fixtures. You don't want to just, we don't do the whole thing, but just glance at 20. I mean, 20 is right, as we said, it's the next, literally the next day, from the Monday, is the next day. We don't have to go through all the teams, but I mean, more or less, I don't be watching these fixtures.
Right, so we could choose one.
I
fixture
think
each, right?
what we could do is just basically go back and see the same players that we had from
Yeah.
before. Like for Arsenal, the same
Because
players
yeah, same
apply.
name because they're playing Wolves, yeah.
No, same players apply.
Yeah.
Wolves, same players apply because
Yeah.
they don't really change now, but you know.
And such as Wolves away from us have been too
Yeah,
bad. So
yeah.
yeah.
I think
Or you could choose like one, like, okay,
Yeah,
so
one
like
person
Leeds
has to-
now.
Yeah,
No,
the
what's
key
like a mixture,
team,
like Leeds
yeah.
now. Aston
Yeah.
Villa now, so you look at Aston Villa.
What we'll do, let's
Yeah.
just look at the games that might be the best to target for a transfer.
Exactly, yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I meant.
So the
Crystal
best
Palace
game,
Norwich.
Crystal Palace Norwich.
Yeah.
That's the best game to target a
Yeah.
transfer. Maybe bring in
Tottenham,
Edward as a punt or
Yeah.
Benteke or something. Tottenham play too.
Southampton. So I think
Right,
that's good.
beautiful.
Yeah.
So
Good fixtures. Like,
K, triple captain K. Let me do. I was joking, but bringing
Yeah,
K
yeah, yeah.
or your sons.
But you don't even know that might even be a double game. So
It could
actually no, that'll be
No,
too
Not yet. Is the
No,
following week,
following
right? Yeah, the
week,
21.
21.
Yeah.
or
Right.
22.
Yeah,
Or
that's
two-
it.
I think looking more at 22 to
Yeah.
Right,
So you see, the
Crystal
problem
Palace
is they
Norwich.
were supposed to lose today. So let's see if that show up anything. Because remember they were saying if they lost
Um,
today, then they would have played the
yeah.
Burnley game. They're squeezing the Burnley
Yeah.
game. So let's see. Let's see.
Liverpool, Leicester as well.
Right, that's a decent one.
That's a playoff today.
Yeah.
That's a playoff.
So there's a rematch.
yeah,
There's a rematch now.
Yeah,
Woo! So we got a good preview of what could happen.
Yeah.
I will take that.
Yeah. So you're bringing Vardy because he's going to have
But I had Barry anyway, so I'll keep it in.
Bring it up.
You bring in, yeah.
Don't bring him in, you know.
You know, bro. Bring in a Origi, right?
He's old and dead right now.
Man U Burnley.
Yeah, Man U Burnley.
That's a decent one.
Yeah.
And Man U play now. So
Yeah.
City.
So from there you can probably find use this game week to find your attacker for Man U.
yes,
Bring them
correct,
in
correct.
fully.
So watch the games
So-
this weekend and try and look for your assets from the Leicester, Liverpool, Man U,
Yeah.
Burnley,
And-
and Arsenal Wolves, and
Everton
even Crystal
only
Palace,
if-
Norwich.
Everton only if Cavill went on the bench really now.
Yes, because they're playing Newcastle,
Yeah.
so I think that's a decent game.
If Cavill went on the bench or
Yeah.
played then yeah.
Because Gray and him can link up, the Korean and him can link up. Yeah, that would be a great game for him to play a full 90.
Yeah.
I think he might play for 19 again, but he could start and come
Yeah,
off half time
yeah,
for 60
yeah.
minutes.
And then
Yeah.
Richarlison.
Yeah.
So Richarlison out. Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
another.
yeah,
I
so
keep
it's-
forgetting that Richarlison. Yeah. All right, so guys, as usual. But before we do it, any other news, anything to look at, anything that we overlooking? So COVID just disappeared. I mean, because they're
Right,
going
so
ahead.
all of these could be cancelled.
Yeah,
True.
potentially.
Very true.
It is
very
on a
true.
game-to-game basis.
Yeah.
So
Be very careful with the transfers.
careful on
save it late.
transfers, careful on your doubles and triple ups
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
Because if a one game goes off, if we have triple City and one game off, there's
Yeah.
3 players going there already.
Yeah.
Right.
You can't avoid it, but at the same time,
Yeah, you can avoid it right now.
you're still trying your best to try to balance the side a little bit. Right? Don't triple Liverpool, triple City, triple Chelsea.
Mhm.
As a 9, that don't make sense.
Yeah.
That's too much eggs in one basket, basically. Yeah.
So
Play,
you want triple up on anyone?
yeah, triple Liverpool.
Like triple on City.
Triple Liverpool.
No, I haven't triple that yet.
I triple Liverpool. Play your wild card now or next.
Oh yeah,
or,
now
or,
next week if you have a wild
yeah.
card,
No, next because it will expire.
it expires on
If
the
you have
28th.
it, play it.
28. Okay.
Yeah, and don't play it with COVID in mind per se.
Yeah. Yeah.
Play it for the players that think that
And
have
especially,
value.
yeah, and the teams
Yeah.
that back in now, like
Yeah.
Spurs and whatnot, yeah, and your
Yeah.
Villas and things, yeah.
Yeah.
I would say
Kind of play it to set your team up for the
Yeah.
double game weeks and stuff like that, you know?
we will try and squeeze in a wild card.
Yeah,
Sunday.
I have one of my teams,
Yeah.
my second team.
We will squeeze in a wild card
Alright.
on our Sunday episode. We're doing a very late Sunday episode just for
Yeah.
fun, and we'll do we'll squeeze in a wild card here, guys. So of course we are on the fun segment now of our show where we do our mental 11. What formation we going with, guys? I was at that feel as
Alright.
I wish you could just do 5-5-0.
That would have been
That would have been my
last
thing.
week.
That was
Last
me.
week.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people have Watkins as the only striker.
Yeah.
He didn't play.
Yeah. He didn't play.
Yeah, I brought him in for that game, you can't even play.
But I brought him in only. But I woke up 7:30 because I had work, so I was just rushing and bam, I eat
Yeah.
something.
Pressure,
Sad.
pressure.
That's how it goes.
I think we have plenty strikers this time. No?
Yeah, I think we should go off.
There you go with that
Oh,
3-4-3?
3,
For a
4.
long time we didn't do that.
Yeah.
Alright, if you go 3-4-3, let's decide on if these attackers first now.
All right, tackle
top down,
first.
right? Yeah,
It's
top
up
down.
down there, you see how it goes?
All right, so I do the screen.
Alright, let's see.
I can't find out attacker.
We now see 3.
No, we have plenty of attackers, man. So we have Lacazette.
Alright,
Yeah,
so
Lacazette is
But I'm not. I'm just hosting. You go ahead. I tell you all pick it. Go ahead.
Lacazette. I don't mind Lacazette.
Yeah.
No, not Watkins.
none of Watkins for this game.
Why not Watkins for this game? You
it's
feel because he wouldn't get the
Still Chelsea.
Yeah, well, no, this
Friend.
we can't take that now. Let's say the lock in the midfield, we cannot tell off him. Together our feet. So the feet now.
Well, but you're still playing him on your team.
I
Oh,
know,
yeah.
the team. Those
I
are
think I have
the
one more
best.
bench. You know.
Yeah, your best.
I have one more.
Am I bench, man?
What?
Am I?
Nah, I play him.
Depending on the structure, I might.
I will have if I tell you I bench. Yeah, go ahead.
Let me have here first.
Actually, no,
Okay.
Antonio might be injured, so he might come.
Nah, I'm not gonna know. But I still Murray. That's not Antonio. I'm fan either. Since game
You're
before.
gonna buy Ronaldo for against
I
Newcastle.
don't think you know. So is it two? Is Ronaldo, Kane, and
Ronaldo and Kane, right? And then probably Lacazette.
Lacazette? Very expensive.
Or even Dennis.
Dennis, I was watching Dennis.
Or Dennis.
Was I feel was
So drop Lacazette for then.
Nah, I don't Lacazette.
Alright.
There we go, the three big.
But let's stick with that.
No,
Yeah,
don't
don't tell me I
three
haven't put
big,
some beer. Yeah.
Three big.
Right, midfield. Of course, usual rules. No Salah. Let me hear you. No Salah, no Trent. Eh?
No Son, no Sonny. Sonny?
Son.
Sonny or no Sonny?
We go with Kane, let me just stick with Kane on for now.
Yeah.
Oh, wait,
yeah.
one alone? Son look good against the
Yeah,
Liverpool.
Son look good enough.
Look
Yeah.
good against
Yeah,
Liverpool.
so it's
We could double up on this. I think there's a double.
I think it's a double.
Yeah, no, save double up.
Okay,
Son.
Son, yeah.
Next.
Are we going City player and
Yeah, we gotta go.
yeah,
City.
very good wheel, right?
Yes, let's go to Wheel. We said got no one.
We said on one, right? Very good wheel.
Good. Liverpool. Anybody midfield? Jota?
Jota?
I think Jota, yeah.
Jota against Leeds? No,
Yeah.
that will be good.
Yeah.
Arsenal.
One more again?
Arsenal, you had our Arsenal defender. Oh no, we already have
No,
Lacazette.
we have four. We have four midfielders so far.
Yeah, we need one more.
Yeah, but Martinelli. I think so.
And they could afford Lacazette Magnet together.
You
If you want to do that.
You
If you want to do
you
it,
can.
you want to double up on some aspects. Yeah. Right.
No Cancelo is there, right? No Cancelo. Nah. No. We need one.
No Trent, no Cancelo, no Salah.
Cancelo.
If you don't have those men,
Cancelo.
add luck. No
Cancelo
receipts.
reach
If
out.
you don't have them men, that's it. Three men. Trent. That's it. That's the back line. Trent, Cancelo, and James. Yeah, that's me.
That is the time.
That's my back line.
That is the
I
time.
feel yeah.
In terms of defense,
We say the Simicas.
we are seeing Simicas now.
Yeah.
I think we should put them.
You want to punt him,
Yeah,
right? So
yeah,
punt
punt
him.
him, honestly, do you want to go?
We gotta give Jared our defender.
I was not going to say Cody, or Ben Me. Pick one, nah. Pick one. Ben Me or Cody.
Cody.
Yeah, I always pick Cody. You know
Pick
that.
one.
Always pick Cody.
I don't know. I just not.
And Cody getting bonus points.
Yeah.
Let's keep that in mind.
True.
Because he narrowly with the arm because he blocked someone. He got
I'm
there.
just not interested in them so much.
Brand never, if they last it.
Yeah,
It's
no.
like very real.
It's true. It's true.
You know, unless the defenders do more.
Funny enough, is only when what year that was? Year when I think Chelsea won that year. No, the first game they played was Burnley, and I had the striker that scored the hat trick in that FPL.
Who's that?
That was I can't remember his name. He's a
Rodriguez?
big menace. I think he's for Wales. Or he's for Wales. I can't remember his name. Now it was well back in the day.
No.
I can't remember his name, Jed. But
Walters. Is it Walters? Jonathan
I'll have to
Walters?
get I'll have to get the name
You
for you.
sure?
No, it's not that. But I know if I get the name out, but he scored a hat trick against Chelsea and they lost 3-2 when I had him that game. And I captured him on too. So it was a mad day.
Alright.
Man, you defender or man, you goalkeeper?
I get Man U.
Yeah, he is a good keeper. Alright, so one more defender up in the here by the time.
Do you guys want to go City? No City defenders.
Diaz doing alright, is it?
I would have picked Diaz without Leicester. Vardy's got to go to the.
Okay.
Could possibly.
Okay, who will have a look in? Cash target. I want to call somebody solid, not just
I
you
want to
know.
go somewhere different as a
Yeah.
because you cannot. You have some double ups there and triple ups there already, right?
Nah, we can't triple up. We can't triple up. We can't
Yeah,
triple up.
we don't triple up.
Brighton. Number 2.
Cucurella.
Cooker. I'm not Cooker.
Alright.
Yeah, against Brentford.
Alright.
Very good game. Alright.
Boom. I think that's it. Yeah. So let's go into more real quickly. So Lacazette, CR7, Kane, Son, Gundogan, Jota, Martinelli, Simicas, Cody, Cucurella, and De Gea.
Just get a disclaimer again. If you're other teams without Salah,
Yes. Obviously, you must have this. This is just our transfer 11. Who you
Yeah.
think you should consider to transfer in? If you
Yeah.
have one transfer, you have. Right, this is our transfer 11, which I think I'll put this up on Twitter as well too, and it's out there. So this is our transfer 11. All right. So closing remarks. Any solid advice for this crunch? When you're making a transfer, should you also consider game week 21 time because it's so close?
Yeah,
Watch ahead at your fixtures.
Definitely. I always plan my transfers 3 weeks in advance.
Right.
So I bring in one person. I kind of want him to get fiction now and 2 weeks afterwards,
And
just to give him a little stretch now.
if a team is out because of COVID, they
Yeah.
probably not going to play 2 days after. So
Yeah, that's also very true.
Yeah, and that's the issue that we have.
But
right
so
now.
far, I think the risk teams out becoming reduced now because of the old Premier League
Yeah,
come out and
sanction
saying,
now,
you know,
yeah.
we have to honor fixtures, blah blah blah. So I think fixtures will go ahead this week.
Yeah.
Unless a breakout really happen where the whole team wipe out their car, you know, I think fixtures will go on this week.
All right, well there you have it, guys. It was another solid episode, or finally in-person episode, guys.
Yeah,
Thanks so
yeah.
much for coming through. Of course, guys, you want to wish you all a Merry Christmas and whatever else. If you don't want to wish, if you don't follow, then Merry Merriment, right? If you don't follow Christmas at all, and of course, happy picking. Have a good game week. Follow your gut.
Yeah,
Follow your gut. And click that save button, right? And also click the subscribe button as well too. Share it to your friends, right? And I'm going to be back on in a bit with Javed Khan. We're going to be doing his his picks. He normally does a scout pick, so we're going to be back just now. And of course, look out tomorrow. I'll be doing an episode with FPL Barbados as well. So very busy week, very busy week. And of course, look out for Kevin and I Sunday doing a very late show. Right late. We'll be trying to see if we can keep up with the madness of the game week. So he was sporting enough to come through. And of course, Merry Christmas, guys. Take care.
Nice.